welcome to Ask My Tablet, the show where you send in the questions and I ask my tablet. That's how it works. So leave me your questions in the comments, and it'd be awesome if everybody could leave a question. But the point is, we're going to get some brainer size in, and that is always good. And I want to say my incision here, it started getting up closer towards my wrist. It started getting, real puffy and red. And I went to the doctor, on Tuesday, and they were like, it looks okay, but it was red then. So really was wondering why they didn't give me any antibiotics then, but it did look worse. Couldn't get in with my surgeon's office. They said it was too late. On Friday, if you need to do something and it's like the last few hours that they're open, you can pretty much forget it. They don't want to, I'm just saying, they want to go home. I guess they're like everybody else on Friday, but it could have saved us a little trouble. I ended up going to urgent care, and I wanted to go at least to ETSU or the doctor, the surgeons, because every time I've ever had any surgery, it's the same group that mine retired that did all my other surgeries, but it's the same group that the one is that did my surgery. I knew him because I seen him over there all the time. And also he checked on me sometimes when my other surgeon couldn't get to me and stuff. So, but when I go in there to have things checked, it's never the surgeon that comes in and checks my wounds. It's always one of the nurses. So that was my question, why can't I come in? I don't have to see my surgeon. I just need somebody to look at this, like a nurse practitioner or something. Any other time they want you to see a nurse practitioner. But they said, no, it's too late, it's too late. Go to the ER or urgent care. So I said, well, we'll call ETSU. I saw them on Tuesday, and this was, Friday, right? Yeah, it was Friday. And then we got a hold of them, and they had called me right after my surgery and said, oh, you need to come in for a follow-up, and but if anything at all goes wrong or you need anything, just call us, and we'll take care of you. So we called there. Oh no, we're booked up. We can't do it. Send him to the ER, which takes forever, or urgent care. So I was like, well, thanks a lot. Why you telling me all that stuff? Just like blowing smoke. The next time they say that to me, I'm going to have some questions for them. Well, when does that really occur? You said if I needed you to call, then all of a sudden I call, and because it's on Friday, they didn't say that. I just know how it goes. I know how it goes. And and then you didn't want to help me, So ended up at urgent care. It was the new one. Y'all have probably seen it in some of our out and about videos. It's like if we were going to Walmart or the hospital or somewhere in that area, I would have said, look, there's that new urgent care. At first, I thought they were going to send me on to the ER. She said, basically, you kind of need IV, antibiotics. And I said, listen, we have been in and out of the hospital, about my son. You told her about him, Logan being kidney stones, this and that. And I said, we've just run ourselves to death. I said, if there's any way possible, I don't want to have to sit over there at the emergency room for 3 hours until they see me. I hadn't had anything to eat or anything. And so they ended up giving me 2 shots, just like they did Logan when he went to the doctors at ETSU. So I got a shot in each hip and 2 prescriptions of antibiotics to take. And I hope this one isn't going to bother my stomach. She said it could possibly bother my stomach, but I'm used to stomach problems, with the Crohn's, but hopefully that won't happen. So they're all high-powered, antibiotics. So this pen. So I hope they work. But Just real aggravating too. So it's really sore and it's swollen up a lot, and just on this one part up towards my wrist. The other looks kind of pretty good. But if we hadn't done anything, it would have probably got all infected. So, sorry about running my mouth about all that, but, you know, I like to keep y'all updated on what's going on. Let's see. Okay, so we got questions here. First one is from Sassy T. I think I got this turned up. Alexa, what was the first restaurant in America?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the first restaurant in the United States was Delmonico's Restaurant, which was opened in New York in 1827 by brothers Giovanni and Pietro Delmonico. More precisely, the brothers opened an ordinary cafe in 1827 and then, in 1830, opened the Restaurant Francais in the building next to their cafe.
Okay. All right. This is from... Oh, up till number 7 is from Sassy T. Sorry about that. Check out her channel, Sassy T's Journey. Okay, I got it right now. Alexa, who invented night goggles?
From Quora.com. However, the first modern night vision goggle was invented by British engineer and physicist Sir Clive Sinclair in the early 1960s.
Okay. Alexa, what foods would people back in the 20s and 30s that is safe to eat in 2025? I don't know if she got that right or not. I might have to redo it. I think I missed part of it. Okay. Alexa, what foods would people eat back in the 20s and 30s that is safe to eat in 2025?
From cdc.gov. Poultry and meat cooked to a safe internal temperature.
Okay, that's all you can have is poultry and meat at a safe temperature. Thanks a lot. Okay, she just, I guess she can't figure it out. Alexa, what are some automobiles that NASA helped manufacture?
From nasa.gov. Nissan's first fully self-driving electric car will be based on technology that NASA developed for planetary exploration.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And Alexa, who came up with the FBI? Maybe I should say it a different way. She's going to a book. I mean, I think they're books or something, like movies. How about Alexa, who started the FBI?
FBI was founded by Charles Joseph Bonaparte, J. Edgar Hoover, and Theodore Roosevelt on July 26, 1908.
Wow, that long ago? All right, Alexa, who invented the first handheld cell phone?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, Martin Cooper invented the first handheld cellular mobile phone while he was working for Motorola in the 1970s.
Wow, okay, Motorola. Alexa, who invented the first porch?
From uchicago.edu. There is every reason to believe that the Dutch were in the forefront in the application of the porch, especially the extended domestic porch.
And they got all these people, I guess they're the first ones that had a porch. You know? I'm just saying. Okay. Let me have a drink of water. Okay. And here's some from Leela. 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe. Alexa, is it really healthier to eat snacks made from lentils than, for example, snacks made from potatoes or corn?
Here's something I found on utopia.de. Lentils are very healthy with their high content of proteins, fiber, and minerals.
I can't really eat them. I love them, though. I love lentil soup. It's so good, but it's not good for me, you know, with my Crohn's disease. I'm not actually supposed to have... I'm supposed to be on like a low fiber diet, actually, but I don't really. I know so much things I can't eat, though. You know. Okay. Alexa, Are all of the aforementioned snacks equally poor in nutritional value?
I don't know that.
Well, what is it saying? So are you saying snacks that are made out of lentil poor in nutritional value? Okay. Alexa, are snacks made out of lentils poor in nutritional value?
From newsbitesapp.com. Packed with protein, fiber, and essential nutrients, lentils lend a healthy twist to your snacking routine.
Okay, I hope that's what you meant, Leela. Okay, Alexa, what savory snacks do you recommend? She's trying to sell them to me. She's going to try to sell
Showing
them.
results for savory snacks. I can narrow these
Here
down
we go.
to under $10 or $10 to $20 if you'd like.
Vlasic pickleballs. Dill pickle flavored corn puffs. Oh my gosh. I hadn't seen those. $2.19. Chex Mix hot and spicy savory snack mix. Hot and spicy, I don't know about that. And Chex Mix cheddar snacks mix savory snack bag. And the Reese's filled pretzels, those are awesome, y'all. Jack Link's bacon jerky, Gardetto's garlic rye chips, Planters nut duos, Sun chips, like a bulk trail mix, sesame sticks and all this stuff in it, pretzel crisp, garlic parmesan, and then it shows Chex Mix and a bunch of other mixes basically. Yeah. Goldfish crisp, sour cream and onion. Okay, so you get it. All right, Alexa, which coffee is healthier, decaffeinated or caffeinated?
Here's something I found on steadyhealth.com. Decaffeinated coffee is safe for moderate consumption and is much healthier than regular coffee.
So, yeah, it's safe for moderate consumption, is much healthier than regular coffee. I guess just because of the caffeine, you reckon? Okay, this is from Tom. Alexa, what is the highest wind speed ever recorded in a tornado?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the highest wind speed recorded from a tornado was 302 miles per hour. This occurred in Oklahoma in 1999.
Wow, 302. That's crazy. And here's one from Joy. Alexa, in a fight, which would win, a lion or a bear?
Here's something I found on reference.com. The winner in a fight between a lion and a bear would depend on the species of the bear and lion fighting, but in general, the bear would win. Bears are generally larger and stronger, and lions have thin skulls that can be crushed easily.
Wow, and you know, I've seen some bears in movies and stuff, and I guess it's the grizzly, especially, or maybe a polar bear. They are monstrous. You'd never, unless you could compare height of something to, them standing beside of it, you really wouldn't know maybe. But if they showed like a man standing next to it, it would be, so they're pretty big. So they could take a lion and throw it around. Okay, here's one from Logan. Alexa, what is the largest pizza ever made?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the world's largest pizza ever weighed 26,883 pounds according to Keepers of Human History over at the Guinness World Records. The largest circular pizza ever baked weighed was made in Norwood, South Africa by Norwood Hypermarket on December 8, 1990.
Wow. Man, how would you deliver that? Get a crane? Yeah, I need that for delivery, please. Okay, and the rest of them are from YC Cooks and Bakes. Check out her channel too. Alexa, what are the health benefits of eating rutabagas?
Here is what I found from Tumblr.com. Rutabagas contain a diverse range of nutrients including high levels of manganese, potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, calcium, iron and zinc, as well as vitamins like C, E, K, and members of the B family.
Wow. I've never had one as far as I know. How about Alexa, what is the largest rutabaga in the world?
From Amamama.com. According to the World Record Academy, the biggest rutabaga was 85.62 pounds and was grown by Ian Neal from Newport, South Wales, beating Scott.
I was hoping they'd show a picture of one or that one. Okay, Alexa, what country grows the most onions?
Here's something I found on World Atlas. China is the leading producer of onions in the world. 4 major allium crops, the onion, Chinese chive, garlic, and Welsh onion are grown throughout the country. The combined planting area of these crops in China is 0.473 million hectare and the average annual production is 11.16 million tons a year.
Wow. Okay. Alexa, how many renditions of Bonnie and Clyde are there on film?
From Letterboxd.com. There are 71 films similar to Bonnie and Clyde.
I would never have, I knew there was a bunch of them, but I would have never thought that there was that many. Wow, 71. Okay, good question. Alexa, how far south in the United States have bears been documented?
From Geology.com. Black bears can be found as far south as central Mexico and as far north as northern Alaska and most of Canada.
Wow. So you get around. Okay, Alexa, what makes a person have hiccups?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, there are many causes for hiccups such as eating too much, being excited or under emotional stress, experiencing sudden temperature changes, and swallowing air, such as when chewing gum or smoking.
For some reason, lots of times when I'm in the hospital, I have hiccups. So now I'm seeing it's under emotional stress. I actually had hiccups night and day, 24/7 for a week. And there's nothing, they couldn't give me anything to make it go away for some, I mean, I would have thought they'd had something to stop it. But even in my sleep, I mean, it was crazy. Joyce, it was kind of funny, you know, but it started hurting. My chest started hurting and stuff after so many, you know, 100 million times. That was crazy. Okay, let's see if we can get her to tell us or sing us a song. Alexa, sing me a song.
Good evening, Michael.
Howdy.
Doggies are all I want to see. Doggies, they're all so friendly. Doggies, I just want doggies. And that's 'cause doggies are so loverly. Greyhounds, Rottweilers, Cockapoos, Dachshunds, who chew your favorite shoes. Oodles of lovely poodles, a canine comrade will always amuse. Spaniels, Chihuahuas and Pitbulls, Huskies, wagging their gorgeous tails, Mutts with fluffy butts, a doggy friendship will always prevail.
Awesome. Awesome song. Okay, let's get her to tell us some jokes on the way out. Alexa, tell me a joke.
Here's a back-to-school joke for you. How do you know if a student is a future CEO? They're already delegating their homework. For more A-plus laughs, try my back-to-school theme, presented by Smarty Pants Vitamins. Just say, Alexa, start the back-to-school theme.
Okay. Alexa, tell me a joke.
Here's a vacation joke brought to you by Royal Caribbean. What did the ocean say to the cruise ship? Nothing. It just waved.
All right, everybody. That's going to
More
be it.
vacation-themed adventures. Just say, Alexa, start my vacation theme.
No. Okay. All right, everybody. That's it for Ask My Tablet today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a few things. I hope you laughed. Maybe you cried. But anyway, I appreciate you watching. Everybody have a great day, and God bless.